Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we're talking about Mortifiers. Basically, these are System of Battle Dreadnoughts, but even more painful and fucked up because it's Sisters of Battle and oh god, today's been a massive arseache. Oh, you know when you get one of these days where you just think, I hate everyone? Yeah, that's just been me. Fucking uni, man. To say it's shit would be an understatement. I mean, yeah, I don't want to bother you with my real life, so I'm just gonna get into Warhammer. So, anyway, Mortifiers. I really like these engines. I think they're really cool. And they're really fucked up. Basically, you get a sister, you jam them full of drugs, and then you attach them to this machine, and then watch as they probably will die turn one. Yeah, everyone targets them. But if by some faith or miracle of faith or just shit dice rolling that you manage to get them into melee range, then they're quite nasty. And of course, you can have penitent engines or mortifiers. I prefer mortifiers. I think they're the better option out of the two. However, they're a bit more expensive, and honestly, I like both. I will do a video on both, obviously, so you can make your mind up. But I do prefer the mortifiers just because of how they look. I mean, I love the flames. I love the fact that this unfortunate sod is pretty much just defenseless. But the one thing that's protecting this machine is faith. Faith and a shit ton of drugs. Like, there's more drugs in there than the average person from Norwich. And also, this fucking sarcophagus is terrifying. I I hate the fact that it's like a sarcophagus. It's generally quite horrifying to think about. The fact that, you know, there's a person in there, but they're just being pumped full of drugs, and it's it's. I like Sisters of Battle because of all the body horror. I think the body horror and the absolute extremeness of the sisters works in their favour, because otherwise they would just be rather dull. So I really like the fact that sisters show the more extreme sides of the Imperium, more so than Space Marines, you could argue. And yeah, it's just a really nice model, and you can have different options, and I love the flails, and I love the fire, and yeah, it's just a really nice model. But how does it do in game? Well, we're about to find out right now, because I'm gonna jump cut, so see you there. So, these are the rules for the Mortifiers, and they are heavy support. Of course they are, and they're 55 points, and yeah, I like them. You can have 4 in a squad, which I kind of recommend you do, or just have 2 in a squad, or just have 1. I'm not your dad, you can do whatever you want. So they're 55 points, or 3 power level, if you're not allowed outside schools. So these are the stats. Movement 8, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3. So, you know, oddly quite decent in the old shooting. Strength toughness 5, same toughness as a plague marine, which is very nice. 5 wounds. That's more wounds than I thought they would have. 4 attacks each. And so, yeah, once they get in melee, that's it. They just cut everything down. They're terrifying. Leadership 8, save of a 4. So, their weapons are also quite interesting. So, of course, you can have a heavy bolter if you so desire, though there's really only one option, and that's the heavy flamer. Not just any heavy flamer. No, this is a Ministorium heavy flamer, which is different to a regular heavy flamer because it has the word Ministorium in front of it. So, heavy D6, strength 6, AP -1, damage 1. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, that attack automatically hits the target, because it's a flamer, mate. I don't know why I read that out. We all know what a flamer does, but if you didn't, there you go. And also, you have buzzblades or flails, and I can't decide which one I like more, because on paper, I think I like the buzzblades more, because the buzzblades are strength 8, AP -4, damage 2, and you get 4 attacks with them. So, obviously, that might be the obvious answer. But I do like the flails because every time you make an attack, you make 2 hit rolls instead of 1, meaning you get 8 attacks with AP minus 2, damage 1, strength 5. That ain't bad against infantry. That is a lot of attacks that you're just swinging into. It's very nice. And they've also got the sarcophagus, which is +5 to their points, where the bearer gets a free up save. So, would I recommend you take the sarcophagus? Yeah, I would. In all honesty, it's 5 more points, so they might survive a bit more. I mean, it's up to you, I'm not your dad, but having a save characteristic of 3 is very nice. And then we get into their war gear options, where they can be... where one Mortifier can be equipped with it, so only 1, which is a shame. But any number of models can have their 2 heavy bolters replaced with 1 heavy bolter and 1 ministerium flamer, or double flamers. I would recommend double flamers. Sorry, there is only 1 gun option for these guys, and that is the flamer. The bolter seems like a waste, if I'm being honest. Yes, your range is 36. Yes, you get 3 shots with it. Yes, strength 5, AP minus 1, damage 2 is quite good. But I will argue that the flamer is more effective because you're already going to be at close range, so you might as well burn everyone alive. Be the sister that you want to be and set fire to the heretics. Unless, of course, you're boring and you choose bolters because you eat muesli but dry. I don't know where I was going with that, but, you know, there's only 1 option. And also, you can replace the buzzblades with having 1 buzzblade and 1 flail, or 2 flails. I would always recommend you double up on either buzzblades or flails. And, yeah, either buzzblades or flails, either one works quite well. Don't do the namby-pamby, oh, I'm going to have 1 of each, because honestly, it isn't worth it. You either go all in for the double flails, which I would recommend, or double in with the buzzblades if you want to make them look really menacing. So, you know, there's that. Then we get into their abilities. They're zealots, so every time they charge, you can re-roll the attack hit roll. Also, every time they are charged and performed a heroic intervention, they can also re-roll the attack's hit roll. So that's quite useful if you're fighting against melee-heavy armies. You can basically turn into a human blender. The Anguish of the Unredeemed. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if this unit has not yet been selected to fight this phase, on a 4-up, they can fight. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking model's unit has finished making attacks. After doing so, they are then removed from play. So it's like a final fuck you, and then you just kill them. Which again is very useful. Wrath of the... can't pronounce words. I'm an idiot. Wrath of the Penitents. If you're equipped with 2 buzzblades, then you get an attacks characteristic of a 5, which might be more beneficial. Or you can have 2 flails and get 10 attacks out of them. Which, again, I would recommend, because 10 attacks with flails is really fun. So you can either have lots of attacks with blades or just an awful lot of attacks with flails. Always go with flails is my personal opinion, but if you want to play it safe and have the buzz blades, then that's up to you. I personally like the flails just because flails look cool, and also you can easily put a flame effect on them, so they look really cool. In fact, if you kit bash them from what was the unit? A Death Guard flail. It's one of the Death Guard Space Marines with a flail. If you replace the flail with that, or replace one of them with that flail, you know, the one with the flaming orb, then it would look really menacing and really cool. But that's just my opinion. If you want to kit bash something like that, so they have flaming flails, it's up to you. But that would be really cool to see. Berserk Killing Machines on a 5-up. They don't lose a wound, so it's a 5-up Feel No Pain. And Instrument of Pain and Penance. This unit cannot perform any actions, the poor sods. So yeah, that is the Mortifiers. They are a really solid unit. They're part of the Engines of Redemption, and next video I will talk about the penitent, the other engine. I can't talk, but next video I will talk about the regular penitent engine. That's going to be fun trying to pronounce. Anyway, I'll see you later. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Trust me, it means a lot. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye for now, and thank you.